end the show on, the NBA Finals, folks. We got Game 1, Suns, Bucks. What the hell is going to happen tonight? So let's kind of break it down. Let's kind of go in depth. Let's see what the line is. Let's predict that. And let's start here. And the biggest question mark, obviously, that we have to talk about is Giannis going to play? We've got a couple of things being floated around here. So let's start here. From yesterday at 10 p.m., real late at night, at the end of the day last night, Bleacher Report tweets out, Giannis is listed as doubtful for Game 1 of the Finals. All right, so we got doubtful, but a little bit earlier in the day. This was at 3:27 yesterday. We get Giannis is working out at a private gym to determine his status for Game 1 of the Finals. They said he has made, quote, significant progress with his hyperextended knee. So that's a great sign there. What else do we get that's been floating around Twitter? Well, we got this Twitter user. Take this with a grain of salt. I don't know this man. He doesn't have any credentials to me. He doesn't have the blue check mark. I think this is a random person. So take this at what you will. But he says, I'm hearing Giannis isn't as ready to return as Milwaukee is making it seem. He's dealing with what is being called a bone contusion and a sprained knee ligament. A contact familiar with the situation says this would be a 2 to 4 week or 10 plus game injury if it was the regular season. So 2 weeks from when did he get injured, folks? He got injured game 3? Was it game 3? Let me go back here. Was it game 3? I believe it was game 3. Game 3 or game 4? Let's see. Game 3. We got Giannis playing 40 minutes, so it wasn't game 3. Game 4, they scored 88 points. It must be this one. Giannis playing 24 minutes. All right, so there it is. He gets injured game 4, which was the 29th, June 29th. So that was last, oh, good, this isn't good. This is last Tuesday, folks. It's only been 1 week. 1 week since the injury, and this kind of, random source will kind of take them we'll take it with a grain of salt, like we always do. But, this is 1 week, and they're saying 2 to 4. So, 2 weeks, the minimum is next Tuesday. Let's see what the games are like, how they play out. Oh, actually, we got the tweet up. Let's get the tweet. We've liked the tweet. Here we go. So we're talking about 1 more week from today would be Tuesday, July 13th. So he misses game 1 on July 6th. He misses game 2 July 8th, and he misses game 3 on July 11th. Then game 4 is played July 14th. So that would kind of be the earliest if we're talking about 2 to 4 weeks, folks. So he's missing 3 games. Not great. Now, if, he's missing 3 weeks on the 20th, 3 weeks would be July 20th. He would be missing game 4 and 5. Game 4 is on July 14th, and game 5 is on July 17th. And then game 6 is July 20th, that third kind of week anniversary of the injury. And then game 7, if necessary, is on July 22nd. So this is not looking great if that is truly the case out here. Obviously, we've also been hearing that it's just pain tolerance. That's the only thing that's holding Giannis back is can he play through the pain? There's no ligament damage. There's nothing kind of, real alarming that if you keep playing, you're going to keep injuring it. It's just, is it painful enough to kind of jump up and down and kind of go full force in an NBA kind of game? We know how strenuous that is on the body. So we've got that. We've also got this second tweet from this guy. I'd be very surprised to see Giannis to play in games 1 or 2, but I'm told he's pushing Milwaukee to let him play. Either way, I don't think he'll be anywhere near 100% at any point in the NBA Finals. Well, what a hot take that is. Oh, I don't think Giannis is going to be near 100%. Yeah, folks, even if he's back, he's not going to be 100%. Like, that's the coldest take that there is. All right, I don't think he'll be anywhere near 100% at any point in the NBA Finals per my conversations. Milwaukee is trying to protect Giannis from himself currently. I don't know if they're doing that, though. I think they really want him out there. Mike Budenholzer is getting kind of clowned in the media as a garbage head coach. He needs this title as much as Giannis needs this title to really kind of cement his early legacy as one of the greatest to ever do it. He's already got 2 MVPs. You had a final to that. Jeez Louise. We're talking about, stuff that only Nick Wright put it the best. I mean, there's only been like 11 people to do what Giannis could potentially do, win a ring and 2 MVPs by, a certain age. It's like LeBron, Michael Jordan. I'm blanking on the other 8, but if you want to, I guess we can look it up quickly. It's on a tweet. Nick Wright. Here we go. Here we go. So, a full list of guys with 2 MVPs and a title. It's 11 guys. It's Steph Curry, LeBron, Tim Duncan, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Moses Malone, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, Pettit. I don't know who that is, so y'all can clown me for that. And then Bill Russell. So, Giannis can join that absolutely elite company here, and he can do it at a real young age. So we'll see. He wants to win the finals. Mike Budenholzer wants to have it, so everybody can kind of calm down on him so he's not getting fired after making the NBA Finals. And then we get this from 444 yesterday from Lily Zhao, a verified Twitter account. She's Fox 6 sports anchor and reporter. She says Mike Budenholzer said Giannis Antetokounmpo has done work on the court and they like his progress thus far. So we are in this weird limbo. Let's see if we get anything from NBA Fantasy Labs. It's our favorite Twitter account having any breaking news on our man Giannis. And he doesn't. He's just saying everything else. 20 hours ago, he says he's uncertain. And 15 hours ago, he is listed as doubtful for tonight's game. So we're still not 100% certain on Giannis. If I'm a betting man, which I am, I would say he does not go for game 1. I would say he does not go tonight, which is truly unfortunate. Obviously, when we're talking about the finals, we want to see the best versus the best. We don't want any asterisk on this title. We don't want any, but if during this finals either. We don't want, 10 years from now talking about, Giannis could have had a title. That was his only chance. Giannis is done in the league 15 years down the road, and we're like, man, he doesn't even have a ring. Well, remember that season he got to the finals, but he wasn't there. What if? He could have won. He would have won. He should have won. So we don't want anything like that. So obviously we want to see the best of the best go at it. But it does seem like he is not going to be playing tonight. So let's kind of keep that in mind. So we had that nugget of information. Now let's go to this. Let's see what the Suns and Bucks have done for their regular season matchups. We haven't kind of really looked at that. So what have they done against each other in the regular season? So let's see. How many times did they face? The first time they faced was February 10th, and the Suns won very close. 125-124. Bucks lose by 1 point. Let's see who was starting in this game and what they did, because we know there's no Dante DiVincenzo, and let's see if Giannis played this game, which he did. So let's see. Let's get the box scores up. Giannis went 47 points and 11 rebounds. Great night. Chris Middleton, 18 points on 7 of 17 from the field. 3 of 6 from the 3. Not the greatest. Under 50% shooting. Not the greatest. 3 of 6 from 3 is pretty solid. He had 11 assists. Pretty solid. Brook Lopez. This is kind of something to look out for. How did the Suns defend Brook Lopez? Because these last 2 games for the Bucks against the Hawks in the Eastern Conference Finals, Brook Lopez has kind of been a menace. So, and that's kind of against John Collins and Clint Capella down low. So how is the Suns team with Jay Crowder and DeAndre Ayton locking up Brook Lopez? So Brook Lopez had 10 points. He was also a plus 14 on the floor. That was the second highest on the team. Dante DiVincenzo being a plus 16. So we now know he's no longer eligible to play. And Drew Holiday is not playing, obviously, quite yet. All right, so the Suns now. They had Frank Kaminsky starting at the power forward position. We know that is no longer the case here. He had 14 points and a +3 overall in a 1-point loss, and they had 8 assists and 8 rebounds. Frank Kaminsky played great. Very well done. Miles Bridges, 15 points. We got DeAndre Ayton, 17 points and 7 rebounds, but he was a -4 on the floor. So once again, Clint Capella was a minus every single game during the Bucks series? I believe so. So the fact that the centers are still having trouble against Brook Lopez, that's a little plus for this Bucks team tonight. We had Chris Paul go for 28 points and 7 assists. A great night by that man. 4 of 7 from 3. Yes, sir. Dante DiVincenzo can't guard him. Drew Holiday, I don't know if he can guard him either. Drew Holiday was kind of getting bodied by that Nets team, too, with James Harden out on the floor. Obviously stepped up against the Hawks when Trae Young was out. So, Chris Paul, one of the best point guards in the league, should be able to handle Drew Holiday pretty solidly here. All right, what else do we get here? Devin Booker went for 30 points, 6 rebounds, and he shot 1 of 4 from the 3, 11 of 21 from the field. So not a bad night from Devin Booker either, that scoreability. Off the bench, Jay Crowder was coming off the bench on 6 points and 14 rebounds in 26 minutes. He was a +2. Fantastic. And Cameron Johnson, we had 9 points on 3 of 7 from the field, so not bad either. So overall, game 1, real close game. Some new new people in the starting lineup, and the Suns were able to get the win. Alrighty, let's see what happened in their second meeting. Did they have a second meeting? They did on April 19th, and the Bucks lose again, this time by 1 point again, but in overtime. Jays! Real close here, folks. This is huge for betting. But let's see what was happening here a couple months later. What do we got? We got, what date with this? What date was the first one? Come on, give me the date. Give me the date. We got from how many months? Is this 2 months? February 10th so we got February, all of March, and then mid-April. So we got about 2 months. About 2 months between these meetings, and the Suns still win it. So let's see what the lineup here is for both these teams. So let's start here with the Suns since they got the win. All right, Dario Saric was in the starting lineup, but he only played 18 minutes. He had 2 points and 5 rebounds, but he only had 18 minutes. McCall Bridges, 21 points, +6 on the floor. Very well done. He shot efficient as heck, too. 8 of 11 from the field. DeAndre Ayton, 20 points, 13 rebounds, a +1 on the floor. So that's a pretty good sign there. DeAndre Ayton still able to get it done. Chris Paul, 22 points, 13 assists. Once again, making this Bucks team is bitch a little bit, getting it done. He was a +9 on the floor, the best by the team. And then Devin Booker, 24 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds, 9 of 24 from the field. A really kind of abysmal shooting night from him there. But they were able to still get the win, and everybody else was still scoring points. So off the bench, Jay Crowder playing 30 minutes, 9 points, 3 rebounds. He was a +0 on the floor. Cameron Johnson, 13 points. Cameron Payne, 12 points. So not bad. All right, what do we got for the Bucks? Who was their starting lineup? Dante DiVincenzo still at the 1. Drew Holiday now at the 2. Or no, he was at the 1. He was at the point guard position. So Drew Holiday in for the second meeting, and it still played out the same as the first. 1 point loss for the Bucks. So Drew Holiday not adding that much overall to this team, but Giannis goes for 33 points, 8 rebounds. Chris Middleton, 26 points. Very well done. 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and he shot 10 of 22 from the field and 2 of 9 from 3. So once again, Chris Middleton, real spotty shooting the ball here, at least from the 3, like we've been kind of seeing this entire playoff run. Brook Lopez here. Let's focus on this, key in on this. 7 points, 5 rebounds, a +0 on the floor. So not making that much of an impact offensively, and he's just a +0 on the floor. Then we get Drew Holiday, 25 points, 8 assists. A pretty solid night by him. 2 of 6 from the 3, 10 of 19 from the field, and he was a +1 on the floor. So not bad there. Chris Paul and him kind of going at it, but Chris Paul overall +9 on the floor, better than Drew Holiday's +1. Alrighty, off the bench, PJ Tucker. Let's talk about that because he's probably going to be in the starting lineup here tonight. PJ Tucker off the bench, 3 points, 3 rebounds in 21 minutes. Like we said, he doesn't put up the points, but he was a +3 on the floor during those 21 minutes. So once again, that's pretty solid here by PJ Tucker. Now going to be obviously elevated into the starting lineup. So real close here, games 1 and 2. Do they have a third matchup? They do not. So only faced twice, and they were both 1-point wins. The team is going to look a little bit differently. Jay Crowder's never been in the starting lineup when they face the Bucks. Always kind of just solid off the bench. And that is it. And then with the Bucks, obviously we most likely won't have Giannis, Chris Middleton, no Dante DiVincenzo, so PJ Tucker gets into the starting lineup. Who did the Bucks rock with their starting lineup? Game 6 against the Hawks, their final game against the Hawks. When was their last meeting? Here we go. All right, so let's see what their final lineup is for this Bucks team. So, Drew Holiday at the 1, Chris Middleton at the 2, PJ Tucker at the 3, Bobby Portis at the 4, Brook Lopez at the 5. So let's see what was Bobby Portis doing off the bench here. Meeting 1, Bobby Portis had 12 points, 9 rebounds in 19 minutes. Jeez Louise. He was a -5 on the floor. Not the greatest. But that's still pretty solid. 12 and 9. I'll take that on great shooting. 5 of 7. And then meeting 2, Bobby Portis did 6 points, 2 rebounds. Kind of got clamped up a little bit in 14 minutes. And once again was a -1 on the floor. So pretty kind of close here. Brook Lopez, he's going to kind of be the anchor. Let's see what PJ Tucker does off defensively. Jay Crowder's going to have his kind of, tough time here against PJ Tucker a little bit. If PJ Tucker's going to guard him, they both are going to play the 4. Oh, no, Bobby Portis is playing the 4. I'm bugging. So we'll see. PJ Tucker's at the 3. So we'll see kind of who he picks up defensively. But I think truly the key here for this Bucks team is going to be how Brook Lopez is able to handle DeAndre Ayton. The last thing I want to look at before we look at the spread and make our official prediction for game 1 is what were the Bucks looking like when Giannis didn't play? How many games did Giannis not play in the regular season? And let's see what they did during that time, because not having Giannis in the postseason, the offense has kind of been a little bit better, folks. I don't know if I'm blasphemous or wild for saying that, but I kind of like the way that this Bucks just offense is running. It's not kind of bogged down by Giannis, because whenever he gets the ball, he's just kind of at the 3-point line, big dribbling, and then he kind of chews up 12 seconds on the clock, and it usually ends with him just driving into the paint. So once again, kind of stagnates the offense a tiny bit. I'm not knocking Giannis, but it's kind of stagnant a little bit. It gets it done, obviously. They wouldn't be in the finals if it didn't. But, once again, it just kind of stagnates the offense a little bit. So let's see what they were like during the games he missed. So the first game he missed was January 9th, and they ended up winning. They beat the Cavs by 10 points. Solid. All right, game number 2 missed. They faced the Pacers, and they win by 27. No problem. Game 3 against the Knicks that he missed, he lost against the Knicks by 6. So that's not that great. Then we have a nice stretch here of not playing. They win against the Kings only by 1. They lose against the Warriors by 1. They lose against the Mavericks by 15. They lose against the Hornets by 8, and they win against the Magic by 37, and they win against the Timberwolves by 25. So real kind of, hit and miss with and without Giannis against kind of average-ish teams a little bit. All right, the next inactive here against Chicago, they win by 10, and then they play Chicago again the last game of the season, and they lose by 6. Now, let's talk about the points scored here. Let's talk about the points scored here with Giannis on the floor during this playoff run. So, obviously the last 2 games against the Hawks, they put up 123 points, and they also put up, because he didn't play 2 games against the Hawks, that's when he got injured, 118 and 123. Were they putting up that types of points during the rest of the postseason? So let's quickly bring some of these up. Game 1 against Miami. No, that's the wrong one we did. Hang on, let's go back here. Game 1 against Miami, the Bucks put up 109 points, so less than they've been putting up against that Hawks team without him. Game 2 against Miami, they put up 114, solid. Game 3 against Miami, they put up 100. And Game 4 against Miami, They put up 118. Now he didn't play game 5 against Miami. Is that right? That was last season. I just did last season. I was like, hey, they won it 4. So, all righty, let's do that again. Game 1 against Miami. I apologize. Game 1, 109 points. Game 2, geez, I can't believe I did that. Game 2, 132 points. Ooh, fantastic. All right, game 3 against Miami this season. 113. And game 4 against Miami this season. 120. Ooh, solid. All right, so I mean, really kind of, with Giannis, they're still putting up some solid points here. Now let's go to this Brooklyn series, because I know they struggled offensively kind of mightily here. So game 1 against Brooklyn, 107. Game 2 against the Brooklyn Nets, 86. Once again, really kind of bad. They were kind of getting locked up with Kevin Durant and Blake Griffin. Game 3 against Brooklyn, 86. Game 4 against Brooklyn, 107. Game 5 against Brooklyn, 108. Game 6 against Brooklyn, 104. And Game 7 against Brooklyn, 115. So these, 123 and 118 with the Hawks, I mean, that's like the highest that they've been scoring, even with Giannis, that they were able to kind of reach this postseason. So the offense is still getting it done. They're still able to make up those points. Remember, that was kind of our big thing, talking about the Bucks against the Hawks. Were they going to be able to make up 30-plus points without Giannis on the floor? And to our surprise, they were able to do that. We were kind of made to look like clowns, saying that they couldn't. So the offense is still getting it done without Giannis. So, all that being said, let's check the line and let's see what we get here. The game tonight. Where can we just get the game tonight, please? That's all I'm looking for, folks. I don't care about the futures. Give me the line of the game tonight. Why? Why will they not show it to me? All right, so once again, just screw DraftKings. If you're not gonna make it easy for me to find the game, that should be right front and center. No, folks, am I wrong for assuming this? And it's not even. I can't even find it. And we know the website. Absolutely pitiful. I'll call it pitiful, folks. So we're gonna have to use the Score Mobile for the official line. I cannot believe it. So here we go. The line here on Score Mobile is Bucks +6, Suns -6. So some nice points there by this Bucks team. Let's see the injuries. Here we go. Giannis is a game-time decision. We are kind of assuming he does not go tonight. We do think he should be able to play maybe game 2, but game 1 they may take it, especially on the road. We don't need 100% to win this game. Obviously, we would like to win every single game, but maybe, we can use this as a feeler game. The Bucks have been losing. They lost game 1 and 2 against Brooklyn, and then they ended up losing game 1 against the Hawks, and were still able to win those games against the Hawks and win the series. So not bad there. Not a must-win game for the Bucks. That's how we should say it. So Giannis, a game-time decision, and then for the Suns, everybody's ready to rock. But I am going to take the Bucks +6 tonight, folks. I truly think that was pretty telling in the regular season. 1-point games, real close. And I know there is some shakeups to the lineup, but the Suns had some shakeups too. Jay Crowder never played in any of those games. I do think Jay Crowder is better than Frank Kaminsky, and I'm forgetting the second person they were having instead of Jay Crowder in the starting lineup. But the Suns get a little bit better with Jay Crowder in the lineup, but so did the Bucks with PJ Tucker, and PJ Tucker wasn't starting during those series. Now, Brook Lopez as well, like I said, he was phenomenal these last 2 games against the Hawks, and I think Brook Lopez may be able to give some trouble to the Suns down low, because he was kind of destroying John Collins and Clint Capella. Now we have DeAndre Ayton and Jay Crowder. Jay Crowder is a great defender, but so is John Collins, and he got beat. Jay Crowder and DeAndre Ayton and Clint Capella kind of the same a little bit. I think I give a little bit of an extra edge to DeAndre Ayton because he's been really great in this postseason. But they've both been having their kind of hit and miss games. I keep saying Jay Crowder. DeAndre Ayton kind of got locked up by Zubac during that Clipper series, and I don't think Zubac's that great. I think he's all right, but I'm taking Brook Lopez over Zubac. Sorry, not sorry. So I think it's going to still be a little close here. The offense of the Bucks is still able to get great scoring production without Giannis. The offense flows a little bit better without him on the floor. It was a close game in their 2 series matchups during the regular season when the Suns only won both of those by 1 point, and they won the second game in overtime, real close. So I'll take the points here. I'll take the +6. Bucks +6. They're able to kind of be competitive in this game without Giannis. Do they win? Maybe, maybe not, but I'll take the 6 points as a little bit of an insurance policy. They will keep it close. They will find a way to keep this game close. We are talking about the finals, folks. They will keep it close. Bucks +6.